Many physical ailments originate in the spirit, wounded by emotional unrest caustic of the caustic effect of moral flaws. Safeguard your inner workings from the relentless assaults of vice and irresponsibility. So let's protect our soul, our emotions, protect our heart. That's all of the wounds in our bodies. It starts from our spirit, our inner self. So when we protect that, we protect our bodies as well. That was the message. So I invite everyone to close your eyes if you feel comfortable. Connecting with our hearts and minds and being open to the message that we're going to receive here this morning. Message of love, because we're going to talk about Jesus. And Jesus is for love. So may we open up our hearts to the loving message of Jesus, connecting with our spirit protectors, our guardian angels, and asking Jesus' blessings for our needs. Thank you so much, so be it. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. Sorry, I have this cough. It's not COVID. Yeah, far enough. So welcome, everyone. I'm so happy you're here. And today, well, first what we do, we take turns, volunteers, to talk about something spiritual or moral, just to inspire us to think of ourselves. Our goal is to work on ourselves every day. And if there is, thank you so much. So we reflect about the topic and see how can I apply this to my life. Everybody here is going through something. Everybody has his or her own story and what's going on in life. And this is a safe place just for us to take a break from the craziness of life and everything that's going on and nourish our soul. We take care of our bodies. We eat, we work, we do all this stuff. But we come here on Sunday just to breathe. And that's all we have to do today. Breathe. And you're okay. So the topic that I chose today is celebrating Jesus because it's Christmas, right? The Christmas season. And when we look around, we have a lot of decorations. Have you all decorated your house? Do you have a Christmas tree? Some of you don't, and it's okay. But in the street that I live, most of the houses are decorated. And when I'm coming from work, and I'm like, tired. If you don't know me, I'm a teacher, and I'm like, exhausted. And just driving down my street, suddenly I start to smile. Oh, and it just feels good. So we have decoration. Some people do. And in Spiritism, we study Jesus as the governor of the planet Earth, one of the most evolved spirits that lives on Earth. And it says then when it's Christmas, he is closer to Earth. and then we feel the energy. That's why during this season, many of us do charity, smile more, acts of kindness. We feel like good. Something happens during Christmas. We are a little bit less selfless. We start thinking of others. But also there are a lot of people that get depressed during Christmas because you are alone, you don't have your family, you don't have the decoration, we don't have the money. And we understand, that some may feel that way. But us, we cannot change the world. We cannot heal everybody. But we can give one person a hug. We cannot feed everybody that is hungry, but we can give somebody a bread. And if you know there's somebody out there that's not feeling good, go check on this person. But not like, look at you. Oh, you were alone. Okay, hey, what's up? Are you okay? Do you need anything? Bake some cookies. Knock on the door in your neighbor here. Because it's not easy for everybody, right? I remember when I got here in this country, I used to get really depressed at Christmas because I missed my family, not having anybody. But then you guys became my family, and I am happy. So, let's go beyond the material thing. Let's go beyond Santa Claus a little bit and think about why we celebrate Christmas. It is the birth of Jesus. So what? What is it? The birth of Jesus. And when we study with that and we read, it's always based on the history, what he did, what happened, where they were. And if you open the gospel, you're going to read all the story, they went to Bethlehem, and then there was no place for them. You practically know the story. And every part of the story, every element has a symbolism, has a meaning. And today I will focus on only two. And the first one is the manger. Where you have, Mary has the baby, Jesus, and lay him in the manger. What does it mean? Oh, it could be humbleness, humility, simplicity, and it can mean anything. If you Google the meaning of the nativity set and what happens, there's many symbolism and explanation. But the one that I choose today is the manger. Is us. Is each one of you. It is our heart. So it is the place that after Jesus was born, he was put in a manger. It's an invitation to have Jesus in our heart. But in each way. It's not just saying, hey, I love Jesus and accept Jesus. Oh, if you accept Jesus, you say, no. Here we don't. He's the role model. How can I be more kind? WWJD. What would Jesus do? How can I be nice? How can I be a better person? Now, we know that we are not perfect. We are human beings. There are days that, oh my gosh, I can yell at people. There are days that I wake up in a bad mood. We all do. But if you do, hey, you are human beings. And if we can, we breathe and go, all right, I was not in a good place at this moment. But can I be better than I was 5 minutes ago? Can I let the symbolism of Jesus being born again in my heart so I can work on myself and be a little bit better? How can I do that? And that's all that he asks. And even if you say, I don't want to do this because of Jesus, it's okay. Well, then do this because of yourself, because you love yourself, because you want to be a better person. And that birth of Jesus is the birth of goodness, the birth of kindness, the birth of changing myself into a new person every day. Those little moments that we can do. What can we do? So that's the reflection, the manger. Think, I am the manger. That's my heart. That's more my spirit. That's the invitation of the birth of Jesus. It's the birth. Every year we have a new opportunity. Oh, and it's coming new year, right? Did you already do your list? Is it diet on your list? Eating healthy? Going to the gym? I write this every year and I never follow through. What is it on your list? Oh, I'm going to stop smoking. Oh, I'm going to do this. Because we have the awareness that we need to be healthier, right? And we are getting older too, right? So as we get older, we know that we need to take care of our body. But we also need to take care of our soul, take care of our family. So what can we do? So what is your to-do list, your wish list for next year? Think about something for you, not only for your body, but for your spirit. How can I be a little bit better than I was in 2022? Right? I'm sure I have to be when I yell at my husband. That would be a good thing. He will like that a lot. If someone can relate, or my students. And so the first one is the manger. The second one is when Joseph was, Mary in a donkey. She's about to have the baby, knocking on the doors, and there is no place. There is no place. We are packed. That's the second one. How many times we are that in that we don't have time? We don't have time for Jesus. In a sense, we don't have the time to work on the things that he teaches. And remember, we don't talk here in Spiritism, we don't call anybody a sinner. That word doesn't, nope. Nobody here, we are human beings, we make mistakes. Nobody here is like, you're gonna burn in hell. No. We are just trying our best every day. We wake up and we are trying our best. Whew. It's not easy, right? But we need to make room for the teachings. And there are times that we just like the end. I just finished writing a play. I like writing little skits for kids and teenagers. And I wrote one, it's called The Forgotten Jesus. And then he walks in the door and knocks on the door, and this girl, a teenager, she opens the door, and there's Jesus there holding a flower. She goes, sorry, I don't want to buy any flowers. You can go. And then she says, wait a minute, I think I know you. I've seen you somewhere. Let me take it. So she takes a picture and texts her friends, put in Instagram, do you know this person? And I go, I think the guy that's in front of you is Jesus. I go, what? The Nazarene? The guy that was famous? And I go, yeah, I think you got Jesus there. And she go, oh my God, let me take some selfies. And start taking pictures, with Jesus. So it's very symbolic, but look, we spend way more time on our phones than looking at ourselves. And she goes through the whole thing and she goes, oh, sit down. And then telephone rings. She's busy. She's doing this and that. She doesn't have much time for him. And then a friend comes and says, let's go have some pizza. I go, I have a guest. I go, but just take him. Oh, no, he's embarrassing. Look at his hair. Look at his sandals. It's all dirty. I don't want to take him with me, It's funny a little bit, but the reality is how much time we dedicate to study just a little bit and work on ourselves. On my phone today, I got a report saying, congratulations, this week you spend an average of 4.5 hours a day on your phone. Really, and it tells you how many hours on WhatsApp, how many hours on Facebook, how many hours. And I go, oh my God, 4 hours a day? Because it counts every time you go. And I'm like, oh, this 4 hours, I could be reading a book. I could be doing something more helpful. And then I said, and it was very good because it was 3 hours less than last week. Until I had this today, I go, oh my God, that addiction that I always have to see what's going on. So if there is something I want to change is that, a little less and more working on myself, meditation or whatever it is. So think about that. And because the birthday party was for Jesus, well, imagine if you were invited to the party. I've said this before, I think last year. If you go to a birthday party and Jesus is the birthday boy, what would you bring? What's the best present that you would give to Jesus? It's you. You are the most important person. No matter what's going on, you are loved. You are good. And you are important. So when it comes to the party, you are the most important person. What are you going to wear? Yourself, your true heart, because we cannot hide who we are. We can hide ourselves and in a society pretend who we are, but then for God, He knows exactly who we are. And all God wants is that you try. Just try. We try every day. And what is the kind of food that's going to be served at this party? Food that feeds the soul. Some books. What feeds your soul? When we are hungry, right? We are hungry. We quickly go get food. I'm driving from work and I'm already starving because my 20-minute lunch doesn't help much. And I just stop and I get a burrito. I just stop and get whatever's on the way. I don't have time to cook. And we always think and take care of ourselves materially in our body, but we forgot to feed our soul. That's what we are doing here. So let's remember that. So, today, the lesson is about celebrating Jesus. The birth of Jesus is the birth within. Let's renew ourselves. And it doesn't have to be Christmas for a new beginning. It could be Christmas every day when you wake up. Right? Just think about that. And I will finish reading one thing here, where I find this about the difference between Santa and Jesus. I love that all the time, the difference. Last week we just wrote a letter for for Santa. All my students wrote, and they have a huge list. The list of huge things that they want is like 5-10 things. I noticed that all 5-year-old girls want a cell phone. 5 years old. And they know exactly the color that they want. If it was an iPhone and it's another one. The girl, you were 4. Why you want a cell phone? I want a cell phone. All the 4, 5 years old want a cell phone. But there was one boy. And he comes from a very religious family. And it was so nice. When he was telling me the letter, he said, I don't need to write a letter to Santa. I said, no, because every year I get one present. I go, oh, and what is it that you want? said, it doesn't matter. It's a surprise. All I wanted for Christmas is the surprise. I was like, oh my gosh, where are the others? I wanted this, that. It's all about having and getting. And this one boy, my mom gave me one surprise every year. I can't wait to see my surprise. Just hugged him, It's like, but here, the last thing for us. Jesus versus Santa. Santa lives at the North Pole. Jesus lives everywhere. Santa rides in a sleigh. Jesus rides on the wind and he walks on the water. Santa comes but once a year, but Jesus is an ever-present help. Santa fills your stocking with goodies, but Jesus supplies all your needs. Santa comes down your chimney uninvited. Jesus stands at your door and knocks, and then enters your heart when invited. You have to wait in line to see Santa if you go to the mall. But Jesus is as close as the mention of his name. Santa lets you sit on his lap. But Jesus lets you rest in his arms. Santa doesn't know your name. All he can say is, hi little boy, hi little girl, what's your name? But Jesus knew your name before we were born. Jesus even knows how many hairs are on your head. Santa has a belly like a bowl full of jelly. And Jesus has a heart full of love. And all Santa can offer is ho, ho, ho. But Jesus offers health, and hope. Santa says, you better not cry. But Jesus says, cast all your cares on me, for I care for you. Santa's little helpers make toys. Jesus makes new life mends wounded hearts. Jesus repairs broken homes and builds mansions. Santa may make you chuckle, but Jesus gives you joy. That's your strength. While Santa puts gifts under your tree, Jesus became our gift and died on a tree. Let's think about that. All right. Now we will do our meditation.